Alright. Hi! Yay! Woo! Excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I had my first NAS since like way before my surgery, so like 3 weeks or something. So I'm a little like, what? A little hyper. But today is gonna be fun and exciting, hopefully. I know that half of you guys voted last time to watch Diablo 3, so this time I'm going to play some Diablo 3, especially because yesterday I played like a long ladder day. I was practicing a lot, and I got really frustrated because what happened is I played like 15 games and I lost like 12. And it was 12 in a row, and then at the end I started finally winning, and then my last game I lost. So it was pretty awful, and I started losing to like Protoss death balls, and like didn't matter if they had Colossi or if they had, you know, Immortals, and sometimes they would get like High Templars, and I'm like, oh no! And so I was like so stressed out, and I actually started crying. I'm like, I'm too stupid to play this game and stuff. So it was, you know, pretty awful. But I'm here now today, and I'm gonna play some Diablo and relax. And I'm always excited about playing Diablo because the overlay I made for Diablo, you can see it, is like awesome. Like, okay, first of all, look here down. Well, let me try. Okay. Over here, is the cursor over it? No. Okay, you see right here? I made that whole thing based on like pulling up my friends list and then taking off the top and kind of adding that, and I added the little pink online icon, which is interesting. And I have myself up in the corner, which is cute, right? It's like my portrait is me, and it works better with the monk, but it's still pretty good with my barbarian and stuff like that. It's just not as good when I'm alone, and the two things up in the corner are like my Templar follower and stuff like that. But alright, hi guys, thank you for tuning in so much. Tell your friends, retweet me, twitter.com/TaraBabcock, and let's do this. What else was I going to tell you guys? Okay, so you guys requested natural looking makeup, and so I did it. I just have on like, you know, clear gloss and, you know, pretty mascara on my eyelashes, and that's pretty much it. So you guys always say I wear too much makeup, and I was kind of lazy today anyway, so I didn't really do too much to my hair, and didn't wear dark lipstick and stuff that you guys don't, well, some of you guys don't like. But anyway, so my Diablo character is level 52, and she's a hardcore barbarian, right? And I didn't name her Barbie. How stupid is that, right? Barbie the Barbarian, come on. But this is my first hardcore character, and I have not died, and I'm level 52, and I'm excited about that! Yeah! So, let's see if I can keep her alive today. And, last time when I was playing alone, Diablo, I kind of felt like I didn't really have anything to talk about, and I kind of wanted to tell stories, because when I'm playing StarCraft, I can't really talk while I'm playing, and I kind of give analysis throughout, or I try to give analysis throughout playing, and then afterwards I take, questions, you know? But, with Diablo, it's harder to do that because I can actually talk through Diablo, and the games are longer, so I won't have time to really take questions in between as much. So I decided I'm going to tell stories while I'm playing because I can kind of talk better. And I decided to tell you about my boyfriend history. Why not, right? Like, okay, my first boyfriend was this and that, and this is what happened, and blah blah blah, so you can kind of get to know me. And that's what I'll do when I play games that aren't too like thought intensive or aren't too story intensive. Obviously when I play like Trine or something, I'm going to be like listening to the story when the story happens and like kind of playing it for you guys. But with Diablo, kind of skip the story and just kind of do a grind and try to level up and not die. So that's going to be the focus of this. So let's do it. Are you guys ready? Yeah! Okay, so I sit with my knee up like this when I play Diablo because it's more comfortable, and I have to like totally change around my mouse pad and everything. So let's get into it. And if you have any questions, save them for like in between public games. I join public games, and then I finish like an act or something, and then I leave and then enter a new one, blah blah. And feel free to talk amongst each other, give criticism, troll me, whatever, and have fun. Alright, so let's see. No. What is this? Why does it look like this? What? Why does it look like this? What's going on? I don't get it. Yeah, why doesn't it look more like this? I don't want to do Act 4. What? What the hell? Is that all I'm allowed to do? Oh, is it because I'm like a high level or something? Well, let's start my own thing. I like to start a siege breaker, I think. And I'll just open it to the public and hopefully someone joins. Because if not, that's scary. Alright. So let me know if the sound is good, if I cut in and out or something. I'm always scared when I'm playing alone. I don't really like it. And hopefully everything's in order. I have someone kind of helping me with my character because it's my first character, you know, so like giving me income and stuff. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff. I haven't played for like 3 days, so. Ooh, that is like a really good shield. It doesn't have as much armor or blocks, so it's not as good. I think I'll just sell it. Ooh, I found this blacksmith plan last time. Okay, let's see if you can see it over here. It's pretty cool. So, to the stash. See if this is better than what my Templar is wearing right now. Yes, much better. Oh, you know, I should put that. Oh, there it is. I thought I put it in my stash already. Okay. So have him wear this. So I'm just taking the gems out. I'm just gonna sell these. Equipping my. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is better too. Okay, and of course I have to put on my collector's edition wings because she's awesome. If you guys play Diablo and you didn't get the collector's edition, you guys are like completely silly. Alright, and I'm gonna sell these old potions because they don't do shit anymore. Alright, let's get to it, I think. What was I doing? I swear I was doing something. Did I put that gem in there? Okay. Oh, I can put this shit on? I did not know that. Oh, I haven't been using my follower at all because I'm either playing with friends or I'm playing in a public game, and I've like never really played this game alone, like with a follower, so it's kind of weird to me. But we'll see how it goes without him having a neck or rings or anything. Oh yeah, I was supposed to buy a new weapon, and what did he say? Hold on. So I bought some new stuff and I feel pretty invincible right now. And I know I like to like mass click, but it's more fun that way. I hate just holding on it. It doesn't feel like I'm actually doing anything, you know? And I'm definitely favoring, of course, you know, not having a two-handed weapon and just doing less DPS for, you know, alive staying. Obviously right now I'm staying alive pretty well. As soon as I get out and buy this weapon and whatever else, I will start telling you stories! Yay! I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday night or Monday morning or whatever it is where you are. Oh god, I'm like going too far and like grabbing too many people. I'm gonna do this forever and I won't ever go back. I hate it when I miss my my proc spell, that one. It's annoying because then it's like so much more damage, like AoE damage to like everyone around him, or around me, around him. My character's not even a him. Alright, that's enough. I've been fighting for like an hour. I'm gonna go back. I like narrowly escaped that pole vaulting that he was doing to me. Okay. So let me check real quick what it was I was supposed to buy. Weapon and boots. Equipment, one hand, and I want vitality, strength, and let's say sockets. I don't know how much money I'm going to be able to spend here. Let's say 44 to 53. It's a little bit slower. Mine has so much dexterity though, like it's so good. Or not dexterity, yeah, it has a lot of dexterity, but who cares, right? I don't need the dexterity, I need vitality, strength, and maybe like there's a stall or something. So it has more than 54 strength and hits more and is faster, maybe. Whoa, how much is this? I might want to just get this. I mean, it's so cheap. Oh, what the fuck, bid only? Why am I not on the right button? Oh, there we go. I don't know what I was doing, guys. I've been drinking too much NOS. That's my excuse. Wow, this is like really good. But it's less damage. I was told that I should care more about DPS on my weapon than the stats, but I still want some good stats. I'm greedy. I want both. Okay, so only has 18 vitality. Come on, we can do better than that. This is okay, but it's less. Ah! Okay, what about this? It has less strength. I like strength. And the other little stats that for some reason I love but don't matter at all. Oh, everything has less. Stupid. Plus 555 life after each kill. That's pretty cool. This is really cool. I think I'll buy this. I mean, because I need to even out. I'm just putting random shit up on the auction house. For just a little bit. Because I don't really find anything good, but I also make a little bit more money if I do it this way. So, I like to just add things for like 1,000. Let's say just random. When I get up to like farming Inferno and stuff, then I'll actually care about what's going on with my auctions and what I do with the things I find. So I don't understand why I have to start an Act 4. Am I really that high of a level that I can't join lower public games? Like, that's just so stupid. Oh god, right here? What the fuck? Alright, so before I start, I guess I will see if there is any questions you guys have. You guys have any questions? Woo! I don't think it's because, oh, let me go big. Go big or go home! I don't think it's because there's no public games that are open, because that's why it says, you know, 0 playing and stuff like that. Like 2 of the parts of Act 4 that I was looking at have 0 people playing it, so I think it's my level. Let's see. Don't you guys love the blow of dogs humping? Oh, and if you have any questions and stuff, feel free to like scroll down first on my channel on twitch.tv/Babcock if you're watching embedded somewhere else, and read the fact before you ask a question. Yay! So, let's see. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you guys have like an amazing time watching me. I know I'm kind of weird, but hopefully it's fun. And super please, follow me on here. And yeah. Oh, someone's outside my window. That's so cool. I'm at the end of Nightmare right now. And I do read the chat. When I play StarCraft, I read chat and answer questions for like 5 minutes in between each game. But here I'm going to tell stories, and then in between public games or when I take a break and stuff, I'll, you know, answer some questions if you guys have any. Let's see. That's not my boyfriend playing in the same room as my roommate. You will know all about my boyfriends after today's broadcast. Okay, what was I gonna do? Oh, why didn't I buy boots? God, I'm like so absent-minded today. Okay, hopefully you guys bear with me. I will start playing soon, I swear to you. Okay, equipment. I know my boots suck, and I know my items suck. This is my first character, so leave me alone. Okay, what's on my boots right now? I wonder if I can I get resist all on boots? Let's see. So we're gonna do vitality, strength, and where the fuck is resist all? Is there no resist all on here? All resistance. I didn't know it was all resistance rather than resist all. Whoa. There's only one and it's $1 million. None. That's more like it. Okay. So I want something with more vitality and more strength. And this has neither. Well, it has more vitality. 91 strength, 37 vitality. Let's see. Everything has dexterity. My boots are good. What the hell? I just like bought boots, I think. There's nothing that good. What should I get? $104 strength. Should I move back into the game? No, I didn't. Ha! Caught that! Alright, now you guys can look at the silliness that I'm doing. I'm looking for something with more than 91 strength, good armor, and more than 37 vitality. So I don't want to get something worse just because it has a higher item level. Obviously. Everything that has good strength has like no vitality. What the F? Do you guys even see anything good? I mean, I'm getting pretty expensive. Intelligence? Let's see. Come on. Ew. This has a lot of vitality, but so much less strength. But then it has a lot of armor. Cold resistance instead of arcane. More health globes. Okay, so bottom of the page, page 4. Sovereign runners, if I can't find anything else, I guess. Even though it's pretty expensive. Everything's getting expensive! There's 97 strength and 49. It's a little bit better. Oh, it's sold! Stupid. What should I do? I don't know if I should. This is so expensive though for a blue item. I don't know. So indecisive today. I don't know. It's 100,000, like, for so much. Okay. Should I just buy Sovereign Runners? I mean, I'm losing so much strength though. But I guess I already have so much strength. Strength decreases my DPS and stuff. It's a lot of money too. Yeah, this is probably stupid, but whatever. Better do me good. Ooh, that's hot. Better do me good. Watch me spawn in the middle of that field again. Of course. Okay, let me go to my stash. What is this? I didn't even put this on yet. Ow, my eye. If my eyes start hurting, I have my gunners. Woo. Alright, so steal from his stash. His poor 36 gold, that's all he has. So depressing. And I just stole it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take your fucking gold. Why is this more ever? Oh, never mind. Okay, so I almost have 30,000. That's pretty cool. Sucks that I lose 87 shit. Craft. Let's remove the gem. I wanted to like go up one quality in gem, but oh my god, have you seen? Why do I have more protection there? That's stupid. But at least I'll be doing more DPS. Remember, my DPS is almost 1700 now, which is not as good as everyone else. The warlocks I was running with yesterday, they had like 1800 without their little DPS spell and stuff, which is not fair. Okay. Let's do this show on the road finally. Hold on, let me make sure my framing is correct. Just want to make sure I'm not like over in the corner too much. Here we go. I hope you guys enjoy. Yay! Okay. Why is it so quiet? Okay, let's move away from this so I'm not like doing it all the time. Okay, so my first story, let's see. My first kiss was when I was super duper young. But it wasn't like a super passionate, you know, like regular kiss. I missed the Thor. It was more of like I think a peck on the cheek. I don't remember it too well, but it's with a little boy named, I think his name was Cena? I'm not sure. My mom, I think, was, this is all hazy, I don't remember very much before like 5th grade, so this is based on like stories I've heard and pretty much what I vaguely remember, so I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on these stories, so don't hold me on. But anyway, His name was Cena. I think he was like Native American or something, and he was really nice to me, and I think he lived next to me or something. And I think we went to the same like preschool, so it was like that long ago. And he just liked me, and I didn't really like him too much, but I think he just came up and kind of like kissed me. I don't know. It was cute. I'm gonna kind of clear this place because all I care about is XP, and I'm just trying to kind of like grind and not die in a low-level area. I can obviously be an Act 4, obviously I'm supposed to be an Act 4, but I'm scared. Especially when I'm streaming, I'm concentrating on, you know, talking to you guys and stuff, rather than like being really good at dodging, you know, poisons. So, and that's pretty much it until about 5th grade. So there's this boy. All the boys in my story are going to be named Klaus, because that's the name I chose, like Felicity. Like Dana and Felicity. Anyway, so Klaus number 1. He was a really good friend of mine. I grew up with him. We were in 5th grade, I think, when we started dating, and it was my first like real boyfriend. And he really like loved me. He was like a great guy. He would draw me pictures. He was kind of like a rocker, but like a popular rocker. And he would draw me pictures, and he was really like open about being sweet and really cared about me a lot, and I kind of treated him like shit, and I feel really bad about it. Obviously I was young, and I was like, oh, I have the power over this guy who, you know, I felt like would love me unconditionally, and that was kind of interesting. And even though I was mean to him, I kind of felt like we were going to be like together forever kind of thing, you know. And we'd spend all the time we could together, and it was fun. And his mom absolutely despised me. Like, I don't know why. She just despised me. And like, you know, you think about it now, and you think about like the way I look now, and let's say I get a boyfriend and the parents don't approve or whatever, but I was like a little girl, and this old woman was like, oh, I don't approve of my son's girlfriend. It's like, what? You know, like we're like 12, so what the fuck. But anyway, so yeah, we spent a lot of time together, and he was great, but I was really mean to him. Like, I did some fucked up shit. Like, I was like we fought a lot, but it was always him just being sorry, and he didn't really do anything, and I was just really mean. I feel really bad. And he was the first guy I slept with. We were both 12. He's like a month younger than me. So yeah, lost it early. And it was me pressuring. I was like the pants in the relationship. Not as like you would normally think. Like, I'm not all feminist and weird and like stuff like that, but obviously he kind of was just a really, really big softie or whatever. And so I've always been really like sexual and, you know, kind of curious about everything. So yeah, that was the first guy. Ooh, rare. A chest. Anyway, so let's see. This is also good practicing talking, like kind of like in an indirect way. I'm like practicing my talking for, you know, you guys know, I don't know if you know or not, but I want to be a caster, so. And I have really bad public speaking skills. I say a lot of and I get lost in my train of thought a lot, kind of ditzy and stuff. But anyway, so we dated for like 2 years straight, really, and it came to like 7th grade, I think, and I started cheating on him with this guy named Klaus. He was on the football team and the baseball team, but he was like more of the like nerdy kind of jock. And he was like really cute back then. Now he's not cute, but he was really cute. And so I told him I liked him. I've always been the one kind of initiating relationships in my life. People are usually, because when I wasn't as pretty as I am now, I guess, to people, I was still really popular, so, and like outgoing, and it was kind of like, I guess they were intimidated, so not too many people asked me out. And then back then, I wasn't obviously as fit and stuff as I am now. But yeah, so this Klaus guy, the second Klaus guy, stop doing that, it's so annoying. Lasso. He was nice, and he liked me a lot too. It's pretty similar to Klaus number 1, but not as lovey-dovey. And so I was cheating on him, and then he kind of found out and like broke up with me, so I stuck with Klaus number 2 and stuff like that. And I went to he had outside of school baseball games, you know, like you have those junior leagues. where you go to after school, but it's kind of like based on your city, not really based on your high school. I was in cheer for one of those, but he was in baseball, and I would go there, and the main guy on his baseball team was like so hot, right? And he was a couple years older than us, and class number 2 was kind of like more of the bencher there. Like, you know, he was the nerdy jock that like really wanted to be a jock, and his, you know, dad was like all jockey and wanted him to be a jock, but he was more of like not a jock, right? And obviously baseball isn't really a jockey sport anyway, right? So, I'm not even sure where I'm going. Am I supposed to go this way? Yeah, okay. So, I started liking that guy. And some guys from his baseball team kind of invited me over, and me and my friend. And we went over there, and I was like, you know, ready to cheat on this boyfriend I have. And I didn't. But, yeah. So, eventually, like, class number 1 and class number 2 at school started to kind of fight with each other over me a little bit, which was cute, and I, like, enjoyed the attention. I was such an idiot back then. Like, seriously, this does not reflect how I am now. If I was going to date, I would not be this fucked up. I have a strong stance against, like, cheating. I would rather just say, hey, I want to, like, you know, fuck other people while I'm with you, rather than, you know, cheating. It's just fucked up. I would rather be honest. And, like, the stress that adds to, like, lying is just stupid. And I've realized that, obviously, from first-hand experience when I was younger. Anyway, so class number 2 and class number 1 started fighting, and then class number 3 kind of broke up with me. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I realized that I was still in love with class number 1. So he gave me this ring, right? Because I said I've always wanted a boyfriend to buy me a ring. So he bought me this like $200 ring. It was a ruby, a heart ruby with like 2 little diamonds next to it from like Fred Meyer Jewelers or something. But it meant a lot to me, and I gave it back to him well, I actually wore it. No, I wore it all through class number 2. And then I went up to class number 1 and I was like, I still love you, I want you back, please. And I never thought that he would say no, but he said no. And that was like the most shocking thing ever. I remember I just gave him back the ring that he gave me, and I left. And I didn't really talk to him much after that. I avoided him in school, and I hung out with his friends, but avoided hanging out with him, and it was just a mess. And then one of his friends, well, everyone at the school is friends, so it's not really related that he's friends with one of the people, but there's this guy that was 2 years older than me. He was in high school, and I was in middle school. And this is class number 3. And we had an on-again, off-again, like, fling constantly. He was in a band. He was a drummer in a band. The band was pretty good, actually. And his parents were kind of rich. They owned a limo service, so like there's always limos outside his house and stuff. And his parents didn't like me either, but by then I was like in 8th grade, 7th grade, and you know, I was dressing sexier, so it's okay for them to hate me now. You know, I'm getting older. We're all getting older. Hold on. Blah blah blah. Oh. No, cancel. What? Thought I could exit out that talking and skip it. Anyway, so this class number 3, he would have parties at his house that involved his band playing, and the band setup was on like a little stage, and it was really cool. It was pretty cool, the parties. He had like the biggest parties, and they were like high school parties with a bunch of like high school kids and stuff. And I was also best friends with his cousin. Like, I met his cousin actually because my friend wanted to buy some pot, and he just fastly became like my best friend. The most loyal friend probably I've ever had, other than my best friend now, which is my roommate. He was really close to me. So I kind of met his cousin and started messing around with his cousin through him. And so at these parties, I would always end up upstairs making out with this guy. I never had sex with him, but it was always like this like sexual tension every time we were around each other. And we kind of tried dating for like a week, and then we like broke up with each other, and we didn't really date. It was more like a fling every time I saw him. And God, there's so much to kill. And so that's kind of the end of that. That happened for like 3 years on and off. Like, he would be the little fling that I would go to randomly when we started talking. We had our own thing. And like, he had his own girlfriends that he would always end up like cheating on or whatever. And then so after that, my best friend, who is his cousin, like I'm saying, his name was Andrew, and he was like really close to me. But he was also like kind of a druggie, kind of got into trouble, but he was like a really good guy. And I say was because yeah, he did pass away, but I'm over it now. Anyway, so I wonder what you guys are saying in chat about me just like rambling. Oh well. So, started hanging out a lot with Andrew. Pretty much every day. Like, I would go up to his house and have breakfast there. Did I not open this game to the public? Ah! Scary. Hold on. Intense battles. I don't want to die, so it's safe to say that me and Andrew were incredibly close. I hate Fire Chain. Alright. Oh my god, how many more? I really don't want to lose this character, that's why I'm not talking. Okay, so Andrew had this girl that he was in love with, like, forever. And so he was kind of off the market, but you can tell that he was in love with me in, like, maybe a friend way or a brother way, and he obviously thought I was pretty. And he sometimes kind of, like, tried to hit on me and, like, use me as the rebound for this girl that he's loved for so long and stuff. But we were just mostly friends, and I wasn't really attracted to him, so nothing ever came of that. But I mean, we'd like spend nights together, and we'd spend a lot of time together, and he tried to hook me up with a lot of his friends and cousins and stuff. So first, when Klaus number 3, his cousin, didn't work out really, he tried to set me up with his friend, which was, he was kind of weird, kind of another druggie, and that didn't really work out. And then he tried to hook me up with this guy who wasn't really a close friend of his, and he was friends with at the time, and that was like the disaster of my life. So this guy, Klaus number 4, I spent 2 years dating this guy, and he would like steal cars. He didn't do many drugs, like he was kind of against that. He would smoke cigarettes or whatever, but you know, that's not drugs. And I hated it, of course, because it's awful, it smells bad and stuff. But he would be in and out of juvie, literally, and I'm like, just come on, just change. Oh my god, guys, okay, I'm back. Hopefully, I didn't lose my character. Let's find out. Oh my god. Whew. I wanted him to die, if he's gonna die, on stream, because you know, obviously that would be cool to kind of document my first... Oh my god, okay, let me add this real quick. Kind of document the first death, you know, how to keep that, but to have him die that way would be, like, so depressing. Seriously, like... Okay, here we go, let's find out. Oh my god, please don't have died. Please, please, please. Please, please, please. Please don't die. Please. Oh! Fuck yes! Thank you, Jesus. Oh. I've never been so happy in my life. Okay, so, I upped the fucking voltage. I do not want a blue screen again. Hopefully there are no issues. Hopefully. Let me just take second to make sure everything is in order. I'm tweeting about it, sorry. So, feel free to retweet that if you'd like at twitter.com/TaraBabcock. Oh my god, that was so scary. Oh, I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh no. So, let me know what you guys think of my look today, since you guys are all asking for natural or whatever. But where was I in my story when I left? Can someone tell me where I was in my story when I left? Someone who doesn't have me muted. At the beef? What's the beef? Nobody gets Botox in their lips. Botox is to harden things and release wrinkles. Why would you get Botox? It would be collagen that you would inject, but nobody does that anymore anyway. Really, that's when it ended, when I returned the ring? Come on, somebody good to tell me when the story actually ended because of the blue screen. Please. Any mods that were listening or anything? Come on, guys, come on. Where was I in the story? Dude, it's not Claus, it's Klaus. What was it? Whatever. Klaus number 4. That's where I'm going to start. Okay, so you guys heard that much. Cool. So, thanks for tuning in again, and thanks for dealing with this. Hopefully, like, I've closed pretty much everything that I can. All I have open is my browser, Skype, and XSplit, and Diablo, of course. So, hopefully, that won't happen again. I'm gonna take it, like, extra super slow. Which game do I like more, StarCraft or Diablo 3? I think I like, obviously I like StarCraft more. Diablo is just more for fun and stuff, and when I want to chill out. So let's get into it. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know, let's see about my processes. So first it's the multi-writer. That sucks. The thing that's writing the VOD is taking up the most memory and CPU usage. So Diablo's taking up a little, and Chrome is everywhere because it sucks. Skype isn't that high. Skype is even under XSplit and a bunch of Google Chromes, so shouldn't be that bad. And my CPU temperature, since it is really hot outside, is like 80, 75. So let's just hope that doesn't happen again. Hopefully. Alright. Okay, so I'm just gonna take it really slow. And I'll try that Alt F4ing if I can. And if it happens again, I'll just do something better. I'll have my techie roommate help me. Okay, Klaus number 4, who I met through my best friend named Andrew. Went to juvie lot, stole cars, I asked him to stop, blah blah blah. And oh my god, fucking elites. And I thought that he was completely gonna stop. Like, he would tell me time and time again, he would go out at night with his friends, and he had these certain friends that he ran with that were like just really awful. They were like druggies and car thieves, and they were just all awful people, and I was nice to them, but I didn't really like them that much, and they kind of got him into it, and he was like, I don't know if he actually was, but because I cared about him, I saw him as different from them, And I was like, no, you can change. They're always going to be like this, you know. And his mom, the funny thing about that was his mom was like I forget what, she was a probation officer. So like she had to deal with this probation officer like job, and like her son, you know, constantly like disobeying the law. It was so weird. Like she worked at the place that her son was mostly, because, you know, he was always going to juvie, always going and getting caught. And I remember I would occasionally skip with him, and I would occasionally be there when he like stole the cars, but I never got in any trouble. They would always either let me off or we got away. And so yeah, that was really stressful for me. And time again I would ask him to stop, and he would be away for longer periods of time. First time it was like a week, then a month, then more than a month, and it got up to I waited for him one time for like 3 months, I think it was. And it just got to the point where I was like, please stop. And like, he got a job at his sister's, this Bollywood theater. And I loved going in there and watching the Bollywood movies. I had this like obsession with Bollywood for a while. It was so awesome. I remember I watched, I think Doom, I think it's called, was one of my favorites. It's like about a cars or something. Like racing cars, kind of like Fast and Furious, but Bollywood style. So that was really fun and exciting. Hopefully I don't get DC'd here when I'm fighting this guy. Oh, what was that? I didn't even see those. Hold on. No! No ice, thank you. Dude, my Templar and Tyrael are not doing shit. Oh! Just kinda gonna kite these people. Oh no, 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 no. Sorry guys, hold on. Since half of you probably aren't listening to the story anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Oh no! Oh, fuck you, freezing! Ugh. So the thing that sucks is that I'm not like actually killing her right there. Okay, so these Bollywood movies, blah blah, and and he was like really into them as well. So it was something we shared, and for like a couple months he didn't get into any trouble. He didn't see any of his friends that got him into trouble, and it was just like really nice, you know. And so I would go up there and I would spend the nights. And one thing about me with all my boyfriends is that let's see, I was in, I think, 8th grade when this started. 8th and 9th grade is when I dated him. And he was a year older than me, grade-wise. But he kind of pretty much stopped going to school because of how much shit he got into and just started working, which is like so stupid, right? Like GED status. And what was I saying? I need to stop like having these like brain farts and like getting off the topic. I'm trying to formulate this story in a way that's interesting, so bear with me. So everything was great, and I thought things were going to finally change. Until, like, one night he was coming to see me, and I was like, yeah, you're coming to see me, and I know he would, like, sometimes use his mom's car and stuff. Oh, what I was saying is that, with my boyfriends, I've always, like, wanted more sex than they even give, you know, like, so, like, I'm the teenage boy hormone person instead of them. But I've always been, of course, safe and picky. I'm even pickier now, obviously, because I can be, and because I'm not, like, young and stupid. I'm still young and I'm still stupid, but not as, okay? I started out really young and really stupid, you know? Like everyone else started out really young. I'm such a ditz, I swear. By the way, I can understand if you, like, listen to me and hate me, because sometimes when I listen to myself, I'm like, oh my god, she's so annoying. It's funny. But anyway, So yeah, I would stay the night at the theater and stuff, and then one day he was coming to see me, and I thought he was taking his mom's car, which is fine. It doesn't get him in trouble. But instead, I guess he took a stolen car, and I saw him pull up beside my high school. I was getting out of school, and I was waiting for him. And then I see a cop behind him, and I'm like, fuck. And that's like the moment like that I can think of that like stood out in my mind as like my heart really just like sinking. It's like, he did it again. Fuck no. You know, like that's how I felt. And I've been like trying to convince him that like you're not gonna get anywhere in life if you keep doing this shit. And like, so when he was away, I would go hang out with his friends and my ex-boyfriends, and I would get drunk, and it was awful. So that's the point in my life when I was more into partying. But I never really partied because I liked it. I partied because like I was trying to forget how stressed out I was about like trying to stay on the right path, and this person I cared about just like wouldn't do that for me. So that was stressful. And like he would hate it. He would call me from like juvie or wherever, group home, whatever he was in. And he would be like, why are you out drinking? It's so stupid. I'm like, well, because maybe. Let me try that again. Well, because you know, make me so sad. You don't, you know, you lie to me constantly about what you're doing. And, you know, like, obviously, I wasn't trying to be a prude. I just had his best interests at heart. And he was getting older. He was going to stop going to juvie. It wasn't funny anymore. It wasn't cute. So that was annoying. At first it was interesting, but later it got kind of crappy. So 2 years doing that, and while he went to jail that last time, the time after I saw him by my high school, I just kind of gave up on him, and I started like pretty much just cheating on him, but I would write him. And I didn't really want to break up with him because I felt kind of weird being single, and I felt bad like dumping him while he was in jail or whatever. So first guy I saw while he was in jail was this guy that I had a crush on forever, who was also friends with my friend Andrew. And he was like adorable, like to me. But he never, we had these moments where I think he liked me, but it never really amounted to anything until Klaus number 4 was in jail that last time. And you know, he finally showed some interest in me. And so that was one guy, but it was only like a couple times that I even saw him, so it wasn't really like a boyfriend. And the next boyfriend that was more significant was this guy. He was in a metal band, and the metal band was like pretty good. See, all these guys in bands, they're pretty good. The first band was more like alternative rock, it was like lighter stuff, but this band was like metal, like metal. Like I think they aspired to be a lot like Children of Bodom. And stuff like that. And he was coming out of a bad relationship where he was kind of depressed and stuff. And so we got really close, and he was this rocker guy with long black hair. I think he was like Puerto Rican or something. I don't know. But very Americanized, been here his whole life. And so yeah, I got really close to this guy, and I was, you know, gonna leave Klaus number 4 for him. I'm always like thinking about the real names in my head, so I hope I don't like pull a day 9 and like say the real name, because I guess it doesn't matter at this point because nobody's gonna find out. I mean, I can't even find most of these guys on like Facebook or anything, but still. So this rocker guy, we got pretty close, and like we would like skip school and go hang out and spend a lot of time together. I remember he introduced me to, I hadn't seen it yet, Wayne's World, and it's like his favorite movie. So that was one fun memory I remember, just like watching that over and over again with him. And he told me after like a couple months of dating, and I was just getting into cheerleading at my high school a little bit. I was like doing the tryouts and stuff. And he was in a band, and his friends didn't like me because they were all like rockers, and especially the girls, they were like, oh, you're dating this like stupid Barbie girl, and blah blah blah. And I was like, no, I'm cool, I promise, and stuff like that. So yeah, he told me a little bit into the relationship that he still had feelings for his ex, and he wanted to try get her back or whatever. And like, she was really ugly, like really ugly. So I was like, oh, how could he like her more than me? Not only am I cool, I'm also much hotter and stuff. You know, I had that kind of mentality. So it was annoying. But I was like, well, sure, but we should still, you know, be friends with benefits or whatever. Stop being immune. And he was like, sure, for a little bit, but then it was kind of like, nah. And I was like, alright, whatever. So that ended. And then I met my roommate in the end of 9th grade. We started kind of messing around. And he quickly became like my best friend, like hands down, that I've ever had. Oh, one thing to note, that guy that was always in jail and stuff, I remember I called him the day that my best friend, Andrew, died. And I was like, oh my god, Andrew's dead. And he goes, and? And that just like pissed me off so much. Like I knew that they like started fighting and stuff, but the fact that he didn't give a shit about how I felt or that someone was dead just like really pissed me off. And that was just like another like emotional turning point where I just didn't give a shit about him anymore. Like shit about like being loyal to him and stuff. So I was just like, fuck it, you know, he's gonna do this to me and he's gonna like not be there for me when I actually need him, you know, screw him, right? I'm not getting much experience for this. But I'm scared because obviously I'm still dying a little bit from the elites and I'm alone. Did I open this to the public? That's the problem. Okay. Perfect, Ruby. So I met my roommate in Spanish class, and I remember I cheated off of him with a on a paper, which was silly because I didn't like really pay attention that much, and he like did work and he was like super smart and stuff. He is super smart, and he was like super hot and is even more so hot right now. And I have to say this because he's like sitting next to me. No, I'm just kidding. But we didn't really do the serious dating thing because he's always about like kind of being a slut and like you know, having variety and all that. So we've always just been like really, really good friends. But that was the kind of end of me trying to like go for a boyfriend because I realized how much happier and how much freer and how much more I could like focus on my relationships with friends and also like schoolwork and my career and stuff. Alright. Let's get to it. Oh, I didn't mean to press my boss killer. Better make it last. Or better make it worth it. Not make it last. Can't make it last longer than the duration. What am I babbling about, everyone's saying in chat? That's my prediction. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? But at least I'm trying to be interesting while I grind Diablo. And this is fun, guys! Come on, I'm having fun. I'm having fun, so you should be having fun. That's the rule. You're not allowed to not have fun. So why did I lag a little bit? See, it would be nice if I was in like a full group, because the full group would like kind of protect me. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I have like 36,000 health, which is pretty good. DPS is pretty good. Ooh, I have more vitality than strength now. It's pretty even though. Okay, so after my roommate, he just kind of had, like, you know, girlfriend flings, and I've only had, like, 2 or 3 little flings. I'm more exclusive. I don't really care too much about the variety aspect. I just more want to, like, have friends that I trust that are fun, you know, so I'm a lot more picky now, and I would never, like, get a boyfriend, like, cheat on him or anything. I would just be honest and be like, you know, a relationship is not something I'm looking for unless you're absolutely amazing, which my, you know, roommate was, but that's not what we want to do. So obviously if I changed my mind on that, I would try to make him change his mind, but I don't, and I don't know. But anyway, there's this one guy, he's a bodybuilder, and like a professional bodybuilder, and my roommate's into bodybuilding and stuff like that, so, oh, leave me alone. So we go to these conventions, one's called the Olympia, the other is called the Arnold Classic. If you guys are into fitness at all, I'm sure you've heard of it. And I remember my roommate, he was like, he would buy the muscular development bodybuilding magazines, right? And like at first I wasn't too into the idea of like, I loved like big muscular men, right? But I didn't really like the condition in which they like cut down to. I didn't really like the veins and stuff and the vascularity of it. Well, I didn't even know he did that. I usually kill him before that. But now I love it. But anyway, back then he was like, okay, go through my magazine and pick out a bodybuilder that's your favorite to try to get me into it, you know, and like to try to get me more excited about like going to the events and working the events and stuff like that. And so I picked this guy, and he was in an ad, and my roommate was like, yeah, he's not a professional, he's actually an amateur right now, but he's pretty good, and everyone's saying that, you know, he's gonna be great and stuff like that. And I'm like, alright, and he had like the cutest face, and he wasn't like too huge, at least back then. Now he's like Mr. Olympia status, like top 12 at least in the world, and that. But so this guy, and I didn't really think of anything of it after that, other than just like kind of reading through his like column in Muscular Development, like every. I probably shouldn't have even said the magazine, just in case you can kind of guess, but it doesn't matter. Oh, why did I use that? But anyway, I would read through his column, and I found out that he has a girlfriend who he's really, really committed to, and like annoyingly committed to. Like he's like, if anyone, like I remember one asked like, which Jennifer do you like better, Jennifer Aniston which one of Brad Pitt's girlfriends or something? And just like girl questions, he would always answer with, it doesn't matter because I love my girlfriend or something like that. And that was always annoying to me, and I'm like, oh, he's one of those like prude guys that like won't even like, obviously is on a leash, but he like loves his girlfriend so much, you know. And so I was like, okay, you know, just kind of ignore him in that aspect because he's not probably going to amount to anything. And he also said that he preferred brunettes. So I'm like, okay, even more stupid, you know, I'm not a brunette. And then we go to this event, and I see him, and I'm like, oh my god, Jay, my roommate's name is Jay, now you know. Or Jekko, whatever you want to call him, he's also a mod in here. But, I was like, oh my god, Jay, there he is, and Jay's like, you should go talk to him. And I'm like, but he doesn't like blondes, and he's all, you know, uptight, and his girlfriend's probably around, blah, blah, blah. And I was wearing this, like, underboob shirt, it was so fun, with my name on it, and it was, like, hot pink. It was, like, really hot, right? And, he's doing a speech at his booth, and I walk up, and I'm, like, watching the speech, and he just looks at me, he's like, oh my god, and his, like, jaw drops. It was so funny. Like, I've never seen that kind of obvious, like, staring before. Like, he obviously really liked me, so I'm like, okay, I'll go up and talk to him. And, so I go up and talk to him, and he has, like, a friend that's, like, really, like, conceited, kind of, like, thinks he can get a lot of girls and stuff, kind of like a ladies' man. And he was like, his friend asked, who's your favorite bodybuilder? And I go, you know, him! And he's like, oh, no way, and he, like, leaves. And then that guy, who was my favorite, who I liked or whatever, he came up to me and was kind of, he was, like, really nice to me, and he was like, no way, I'm your favorite, no way, and he was, like, really, like, appalled, or not appalled, what's the word, the positive word for appalled? He was, like, shocked and surprised and in awe of the fact that I was actually into bodybuilding, like, much less, like, he was my favorite, right, so that was exciting. And I get kicked out after I leave from talking to him. And he was, like, really, like, picking up on me. Like, he would, like, whisper in my ear, I don't want you to leave. And, like, it was cheesy. But it was interesting. So I leave and I get kicked out from my underboob shirt because we were in Ohio, where apparently they are very prudish. I don't know how many events I've been to underboob shirts in, but it was not my first, and I've never been kicked out before. So I get kicked out, and I tell my roommate, dude, go in there and give him my number. And he's like, alright. And, like, he was interested, too, because obviously he was into the bodybuilding and into, like, the competing aspect of it and all that. So he was like, yeah, sure, I make a friend, and, you know, she does whatever and gets to know people. So I text him, or he texts me, and then I text him back. And we just start talking throughout the final event. What the fuck are we doing? Going in circles? This guy's following me? Like, rule number 1, never follow me in a game. Especially when I'm trying to, like, talk and stuff. Demonic vessel. But anyway, and after the event, I go over and kind of see him, in his hotel room and stuff. And then, after that, we spent a lot of time talking, right? And I know that he has this girlfriend, and I guess it was just kind of like a ruse that he put forward in his column, where he actually really did like me and, you know, like other stuff than his girlfriend, obviously. But, you know, she was just kind of really jealous. And I found out that she, like, wasn't a good girlfriend at all. Like, for instance, she didn't, like, go to his events or care about his, you know, care about his career much. Like, she wasn't really into it. And that kind of made me sad, because, like, obviously, you know how much I've preached, like, even on here, about how people should, you know, it's always relating to gaming, but, I mean, people should always try to care about the passions of their friends, and especially their boyfriends and significant others and stuff like that. I think that's really important. But she didn't do that, and she wasn't really supportive. And then she was also, like, every time he goes to an event and comes home, she would be like, oh, you know, I bet you cheated on me, blah, blah, blah. And I guess somehow she saw a picture of us and found out that we just, like, saw each other. Like, she didn't know anything. But she kind of freaked out and was like, who's this Tara Babcock chick? Oh my god. And, like, so he started being much more hesitant to, like, even take a picture with me or, like, see me. And he would always tell me, like, oh, you're so hot every time I see you, I just want blah, blah, blah. But, he kind of just stopped talking to me, which was, like, really fucked up in my opinion, because it's weird to me that people choose what is comfortable rather than, like, going for what they want or going for what's in their heart. They just, like, you know. And I think he thought, he had kind of this wholesome image, so, he probably thought that I would kind of muddy that up. Like, oh, leaving his normal girl for, like, a model girlfriend, like, even as a bodybuilder, that's kind of, you know, frowned upon. Not as much as in the gaming industry, you know, like, obviously if someone like Day 9 left his normal girlfriend for me, like, oh my god, people would hate me so much. But, yeah, so that's kind of how that went, and he kind of stopped talking to me, and I, you know, made an effort to be like, come on, let's at least be friends. He's like, you know I can't just be friends with you. Like, he obviously really liked me and stuff. So, that's how that one ended. And then, after that, there wasn't really anyone of note. Trying to think. Recently, I went to an event, and there was another guy, but nothing else really came of that. He's just a friend now. So, and that's my whole history. Damn, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. So I guess I'll just talk about other things. Let's see, what else is funny? You guys should tell me what you want to hear about. I'll go to the town and sell soon and read the chat. So give me suggestions on what kind of stories you want to hear, or what kind of lengthy questions you want me to answer while I'm playing. Pretty much like a very, like, sexual person, but also a very logical person, so of course, like, you know, I feel like you should separate who you love. Okay, for instance, if you love someone but you're not attracted to them sexually, then they should be just a close friend, right? But if you love someone and you're attracted to them sexually, then that's what can become a boyfriend. And if you're just attracted to someone and you know, don't love them, then that would be a fuck buddy, you know, because sex is just about, you know, physical attraction and stuff like that. But I don't want to die here, hold on. I feel like I'm dying more here than I used to. It's weird. Maybe I need more strength than I do vitality. Anyway, sex is just about the physical, and love is about the emotional. And you can love a friend, and I don't see any difference between, like, a guy that is your friend that you love and a boyfriend or husband or fuck buddy other than the sexual attraction, right? And I don't feel like people should just settle for a good personality and no looks because that's like missing half of an important, like, although, you know, people view it as shallow, it is an important part of a relationship, an important part of any like type of love relationship. And of course it's more fun to like have sex with someone you're in love with or that you like, which is what I do. I don't ever go for just the looks, but that's because I can be picky, you know? And it's also like a safety issue. Like, I want to kind of trust the guy and know the guy. So that's my stance on it. And I know a lot of people think it's shallow, but in my opinion it's just logical. And I don't understand why people settle. I mean, it goes for... People end up having like very unhappy relationships because part of, you know, a very important part of that relationship is missing, and that's the sexual intimacy and the satisfaction that you get from having both of those aspects in your relationship. And I would rather be single and be around all these people that I love as a friend. And like, it's like, oh, I love this person's personality, so I want to hold them down and kind of, you know, make them mine, and that's not logical either. That's kind of just like selfish. It's like we're not bringing both aspects to each other, you know, but we're gonna make each other exclusive. It's kind of illogical to me. I don't know. That's my thought on it. And that's kind of where I stand. And of course I love experimentation and all that. So I'm going to be taking questions and suggestions for stories like now. So feel free to scroll down, or please do scroll down and read the chat, or not the chat, read my page where it says my FAQ and stuff before you ask a question, because it might be already answered there, and the stuff that's like constantly answered, like about my boobs and stuff, you know, those are going to be there. Okay, so I will be back in just a second. I have to go to the bathroom, and then I will take some questions and story stuff. Yay! BRB. I just like peace waved, like, hey. Okay, so I'm always scared like leaving my hardcore character in the town, even because I know there's that one what would you call that? Sequence? Yeah. There's that one sequence here where like what was it? Oh yeah, where like monsters come in and like start attacking, so I always think it's gonna be that sequence and I'm like, ah! So I'm always scared to leave it in town, but should be fine now. So, any questions or anything I should talk about? I wasn't the ugly chick in middle school or high school. I was actually the more popular one, and one of the only like, I was the only like Barbie type girl that wasn't into like rap and stuff like that. Why stream is on my page, so just scroll down and look for why stream, and then it tells you why. But basically just because I fell in love with the esports community. I've been gaming my whole life literally, and it's just something I enjoy. I have watched The Big Bang Theory, but it's not something I watch too much. Like the shows I kind of like are like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, stuff like that. I also like How I Met Your Mother. That's funny, but I did get a boob job because I like big boobs and because it helps my career. And I don't think you can be a legitimate like blonde bombshell glamour model type like model unless you have you know, the boobies. And I did not naturally have the boobies. I played D3. Let me just make sure. Okay, someone left. I play Diablo because I really enjoy the gameplay and I think it's fun. And played Diablo 2, play a little bit of Diablo 1, and just love Blizzard games in general. I love the hack and slash. It's so much different than the like RTS portions like Warcraft 2, 3, and StarCraft 1 and 2. So it's a little bit of change of pace, and I can like relax more and kind of just like talk to you guys rather than be really silent and thinking about strategy the whole time and stuff. I don't think people get dick jobs too much. I would say, if you're gonna ask me how big is too big, then that would probably be like anything bigger than like 9.5 is pretty big. I haven't had bigger than that, but any bigger than that is just like, ow, like every moment, and that's like something that I'm not really wanting. 9 inches of creep spread. I'm definitely not going to do this more and less StarCraft 2, because the most important thing right now is for me to get good at StarCraft 2, get good at the analytical strategy aspect of it so I can cast, because that's my main goal right here. Other than just to be a part of the community and have a great time at the events and stuff like that. Honestly, I've never had a black partner. I think I might have had a black boyfriend like for a month or something in middle school. No. That was elementary school. I'm definitely not trying to become a pro gamer, because that's not something I can do, like at all. I'm playing Diablo in US. Let me actually sell while I'm talking to you guys. So this most recent guy was kind of a little bit different, because it kind of hurt me that I lost contact with the bodybuilder guy, because he was a friend to me, and I kind of feel like, although it's better to be friends with the person, it's also really like sad if something happens and they go away, you know? And of course you get attached to like having the person around and stuff, like can't really always help that. So, this last Klaus, I kind of just went into it being like, you know, I like the guy's look, you know, let's fuck, right? And, I mean, we talked before, and, I trusted him, but we didn't really click at first, really. And he wasn't, like, falling head over heels for me, like, most of the guys kind of did. Wait, do I even care about this? Yeah, it's 600 is pretty good. Anything over 500 gold sell price, I'm gonna try to sell in the auction house, so not this. But yeah, so I knew him and I knew that he was safe, but I kind of just went into it going like, okay, I'm not too like attached to him, so let's just do this. And then afterwards we get kind of close as friends. It's like, what the hell, you know? So that kind of backfired, but it's not bad. And he plays video games with me. Guys who play video games with me are like definitely plus 500 points. It's so hard to find people who love video games. I remember the guy who used to go to jail a lot. Whoa, lesbian mode here. The guy who I used to. What was I saying? Oh, the guy who used to go to jail a lot, I really wanted him to play video games with me, and I really wanted him to not like rap music as much and like some rock, and I wanted him to be more like me, but, he wasn't, so we would play GTA together, and, me, him, and his brother would play, or he, his brother, and I, because that's more correct. We would play GTA together, San Andreas, and one of the other ones, I don't remember what it is, but those are the ones we played most, so, and we would play, like, Madden type games, and I would try to get him into the more, hardcore gamer games that I liked, but had to make a compromise. Yeah, it's so funny that he would play GTA, and it's like, he's like, I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna go out and do it, and that's probably why, maybe, that he wouldn't stick to it. He's like, oh, I'm seeing it done here, it's so good. I'll be right back. It's actually way too hot for this shirt. I'm gonna go get on a tank top. BRB! Back! I'm the incredible changing woman. Oh, it was too hot though. Excuse the bra straps. I just threw on a random tank top. I'm feeling like starting to go all day 9. I'm the sweaties. I wish I was in LA like him, where like air conditioning is like standard, but it's not. And even if I could, which I can't with the setup of my windows and stuff, I would definitely not go for that ghetto air conditioner. I hate those ghetto air conditioners that you put in the windows. So awful. Or the like ones that stand alone. The ones that like stand alone and like you have to have big hoses going out your window. So stupid. So let's see. Any questions? Why does everyone ask me if I get Botox? Do you guys know? Okay, let me educate you on plastic surgery and injectables while I play. That's what I'm gonna do. Any questions before I go in? Thank you. Do you like my eyes? I don't have huge lips when I don't wear lipstick. It's actually lip liner and lip gloss. You guys always call it lipstick though. Okay, how does being a model affect your dating life? I'll answer that too. If you have questions about my boobs, definitely scroll down and you'll see the answer there. Okay, so back to business. Don't freeze on me. Yeah, it does that when I switch scenes. My roommate's like, no, it froze! And I'm like, you're gay. And he's like, anyway, we can all be warriors. Yes, we can. Alright, back to business. I can't believe everyone didn't leave. Okay, so how does having a modeling career affect my dating life? A lot of guys do get insecure. I think if I was going to date, I feel like a lot of guys would get really insecure about. For instance, if I modeled with another male model, I'm a dude. If I modeled with a male model, I feel like they would get a little insecure about it, or going on trips and like obviously at events, people touching me and stuff. But I kind of like lay down the law on that and kind of make them understand that it's like an honor to be dating someone that everyone thinks is attractive, right? I mean, it shouldn't be like a threat unless they have low self-esteem, in my opinion. And it's okay to kind of, have some kind of low self-esteem or something. Not low self-esteem. It's okay to have low self-esteem. It's all good. But like, it's okay to not be like super confident in yourself and kind of be worried about that in your, significant other. But in my opinion, it should be under control and it should be worked through by like gaining trust and all that. Not that I'm the one to really preach about relationships, because I haven't had a really strong, long, and successful one. But I don't really feel like it would be a big deal. I had a friend who once told me, when I was kind of sad about guys one time, he told me like, you would have to have a guy that has one hell of an ego to not be too like intimidated to actually like claim you as their girlfriend, and I don't know if that's true. I don't know, just like with the whole modeling thing and the being like sexually open and like flirting and all that stuff, I feel like maybe he's right, and maybe that's why a lot of guys don't really try to get in a relationship with me. And we're probably both always busy with careers and stuff, because like I don't really want a relationship, but it's always like, why don't they want a relationship with me instead of her? Like, why don't they try? Like, I kind of get this like in this like mood where I'm like, if I'm so great and everyone says I'm so great, then why isn't there anyone kind of like chasing after me and like really trying to love me or whatever? Even though that would be bad if it happened, it's kind of like, why don't they? And that was the explanation for that. Okay, so Botox. We're going to talk about the different types of injectables. So Botox is not for enlarging anything. It's for women over 40 usually who have laugh lines, crow's feet, which is right here, and all that stuff. And like, what it does is you inject it into the area and it releases the muscles, because most deep wrinkle lines, like frown lines and stuff like that, are because of tensed up muscles over the years, and when you relax them, it kind of like softens up the skin and brings back the youthful appearance. And it's not injected into the lips or anything, that would be ridiculous, and what used to be injected into the lips and what everyone would say, oh, you have this and that, is collagen. They would say, oh, you got collagen in your lips. And collagen is pretty much just like a synthetic... Actually, I don't think it's synthetic. No. It's from an animal byproduct. Collagen is found in... That's what makes you, like, youthful, pretty much. But it can also be used as filler. So some people will inject collagen for wrinkles as well, to, like, fill in wrinkles. Because there's 2 types of wrinkles. I don't know if you guys got that from what I've said, but there's the wrinkles from, like, tensing of muscles over years, and then there's the deep wrinkles from, like, just, like, creases in your skin. And the collagen fixes the creases in your skin because it's a filler, a natural filler, made from animal byproducts, and the Botox releases the muscles. And the Botox is the thing that makes you not be able to move your expression, but it's only for a little bit, so, like, unless you have a really retarded surgeon, you're not going to be, like, expressionless and stuff like that. Ah! I'm going to use my revenge on that fire. So, collagen can be used in lips, but nobody uses it really anymore. They use either Restylane or Juvederm, and I used Restylane, but injections, like, it's usually like 2 bumps right here and right here. And it doesn't look very natural, and it doesn't feel natural because it is a synthetic. Whoa, what the fuck is going on? It is a synthetic thing, so it's not going to look as natural. And you can't go as big without looking ridiculous. Like, I had, like, no lips, okay? So what I did is, after trying Restylane, and it only... Okay, Restylane is about $1,500 for 6 months worth, and it didn't give me the size that I wanted. So I asked my doctor, and my doctor is really safe and loves to do everything as natural as possible, and I'm like, not the opposite. I like to be natural, but also dramatic. So I told him I want, like, really big lips, and I didn't really have any lips. I think the most important part aesthetically, of the face are to have a small nose, big eyes, and big lips. And I think the big eyes, because you can go like this and be sexy, you know, but big eyes are just, like, adorable, right? You're like an anime character, and I've always loved anime, so something that's attractive to me to have, like, really big eyes. So I love my eyes. And even though there's girls like Megan Fox who, like, have those really, like, cat eyes and they look sexy and stuff, I kind of like my look better. I feel like it's more youthful, and it's not my overall look, but my eye look better. It's more youthful and it's more cute. I have more range of expression. So, my surgeon said that I should get alloderm grafts in my lips, which is natural, and it becomes your lips, like, after healing. And I'm still swollen a little bit everywhere, in my nose and my lips and stuff. It's only been like 12 days or something. But pink shit. Fucking hate pink shit. But yeah, so it's natural, and, like, okay, you know how, like, I don't know if you heard the story, but there was a model who was killed, and she was burned, but her identification was established through finding the VIN number, or whatever that would be, for implants, on her implants. It's like, car, VIN number. And that's how they found out who she was, and that was, like, a big thing. With the lip implants, they're not like that, because they become your natural skin, and you can't detect it. And it's much more natural, the range of, like, movement and stuff, and it doesn't leave bumps, and it doesn't look uneven. It looks great, in my opinion, at least. So that's what I did. And a lot of people think that you can inject, like, things into your boobs to make them bigger. No, that's always an implant. And there's right now in the market, there's 3 different, like, general types of implants. There's silicone, saline, and the gummy bear implant, which is gelled silicone, so it doesn't have that, like, bag type feeling, which, if done right, doesn't really bother anyone much, at least not me. My boobs are, like, really soft, and the breast tissue is over them, so they're, like, soft and natural feeling, but they look more stuck on, and that's what I went for, the more stuck on, like, ridiculous look, but I also didn't want to have all the complications that you would, like, see in, like, porn and, like, other girls who got implants and kind of went too big. And the biggest problem that you have when you go too big on a small girl is Semastia, and that's like the most disgusting thing ever, and I was really worried about getting that. But my surgeon did something where I started out with a C, and then I would fill them periodically up to the double D. So that was fun. And I was able to do that without having any complications that normal, like, big boobs, 5'4" girls would have. And Semastia is where the boobs are kind of like too close together and there's no cleavage. It's just like they kind of like it took the skin off of the sternum here and made it so that there's no separation, which is like, oh my god, so ugly. And I've seen a couple like models and porn stars have it. If you look at Jenna Jameson now, she has it. And it's not a bad case of it, but it just looks bad. It's like you can't keep the skin down in the middle, so you can't create cleavage, and your boobs are like static and together. My boobs like bounce around and, you know, obviously have cleavage and stuff. So if you haven't noticed, I kind of like to be really open about everything. I feel like it's easier that way to just, you know, and I feel like a lot of fans and friends and people that I meet in both industries kind of appreciate that kind of honesty, and I'm not really like hiding anything, and I'm not like sugarcoating things. You know, like most celebrities say, well, I would never have plastic surgery, and then they do it, or, you know, I'm not dating this and that, and then they are. I don't like to do that. I like to just be honest and kind of share whatever street wisdom I've picked up throughout the years. I feel like it's more interesting that way too, to just kind of be uninhibited and just talk. So hopefully, for those of you who have not muted me, I'm being interesting. So let's talk about my gaming history. When I was really young, my parents had an Atari computer. My dad is really into gaming. And he really like supported me liking it as well. It was the thing we kind of did together other than like adventuring. I remember we would go to like Oregon, and there was like these really cool caves on the beach, and I would like walk along the rock walls and like go into these caves, and my mom would be so pissed at my dad, like, you're letting her do things that are too dangerous, and I just was kind of like a tomboy. I wanted to like explore. He tried to get me into sports. He obviously kind of wanted a boy and was like really uncomfortable with having a girl, it seemed like. So that was fun, and we were really close when I was younger. Although we're not close now, but I just don't, like, I see my parents periodically, and they like support everything that I do. They're really great, but you know, it's not like I go adventuring. And something I really loved, this is like straying off the topic of gaming, but something I really loved doing with my parents and my family and stuff is they would, oh, chains, I hate chains. They would on the weekends we would go biking in like the University District or something, or we would go to the dam and like look at the like salmon stuff and museums and like all kinds of fun stuff, like active stuff. And my dad liked to adventure, and my parents liked to like play tennis. We would play tennis together, which is something I miss. I want to go play tennis with them. Parents, if you are watching, we should go play tennis. I've decided. And we just do a lot of like adventuring type things, and I like want to do more of that, but then I hate like driving my car downtown, parking it, you know, paying for blah blah blah, and then adventuring. It's like blah. I've always wanted to like show someone around Seattle. I remember me and that bodybuilder guy had plans where he was gonna come to Seattle and I was gonna show him around and stuff, and it was gonna be like a little vacation. But obviously that never panned out. Not too many people come to Seattle. Stupid. So I haven't really gotten the chance to give someone the tour of the docks, and there's this little shop that I love so much on the pier. When you walk along the pier, there's a bunch of little shops, and the one that I love the most is one that has like shrunken heads and a lot of like creepy shit. And Pike Place Market is interesting. It smells like fish, but once you like get in there, there's like some cool shops, lots of ice cream. So Seattle can be like a fun place to explore. I just never have the drive because I live here, and it's kind of like a hassle to like go downtown. I either have to pay $50 for a taxi, which is what I did for Barcraft. I hosted a Barcraft with In Control and Anna. But that was fun, and it cost me $100 in in cab travel, because I'm not going to park my car downtown. And driving downtown is like atrocious. It's like a mini New York City, which I hate. I hate New York City, like so much. So gaming, I had the Atari, and then you know we had 4 rooms in our house, and I was an only child, so our 4th room was a gaming room with a Nintendo 64, the first Xbox, the PlayStation 1, the Super Nintendo, the 8-bit Nintendo, the Sega CD, Sega Saturn. What else did I have? Just a bunch of shit, and I would play it like every day. I would just play in that room, and I would have my friends from the neighborhood come over, and it was like all guy friends, and we would play. And when my girlfriends came over, I would show them games. I just loved games. And so, yeah, anyone who's asking, I'm not very much of a computer gamer. Actually, I really feel like it's counterintuitive to use a keyboard for gaming, unless it's like an optimized keyboard for gaming or something. I really enjoy controllers and joysticks and stuff like that much more. And I was a boss at fighting games. You guys asked me last time, I remember, what games I'm actually good at, since I'm not good at StarCraft, you know, yet. I was really good at Tekken. Me and Ling Xiaoyu would like kick so much ass. Oh, her and her panda bear. And it was just so much fun. Like some of my most fond memories growing up is really just, you know, spending time playing video games with like whoever I had in my life at that time. Oh, I remember I played GoldenEye with my jail Klaus, his brother. Anytime he was away, we would play GoldenEye. And we would just like shoot each other up. And that's my first experience with like a first-person shooter, and I hated it. It made me so dizzy, and that's why I don't really play first-person shooters as much. I like things like SOCOM if I'm gonna play like a shooter-type game. Third-person shooters are always better. And if I can like zoom out, that makes it even better. So that's why I don't really play Halo type stuff that much, but Halo interests me, and I would love to like get into that sometime. And I'm one of those people that even like with games like StarCraft or SOCOM, I really like to learn the story, and I wish they had a richer storyline. Well, StarCraft does, but like things like SOCOM that are basically just for online play pretty much, they don't. And the story was good. SOCOM 4, the story was good. I think it was 4, yeah. I enjoyed it, but it was kind of short. I wrote an article on SOCOM 4. So, I got a job about a year ago writing for a website called Impulse Gamer, which is the biggest Australian gaming website. And they also have a headquarters here in Washington, and they wanted a resident writer who could also have like kind of a marketing catch. And my marketing catch, of course, was that I was a model. And so we named it Tara's G-Spot, games that hit the spot according to Tara Babcock, right? And that's so cute! And I've written, I think, about probably 10, 20 articles now for them. I wrote one on covering E3 and MLG Anaheim. And I wrote a bunch on, I wrote one on, God of War, SOCOM. I didn't write one on Metal Gear Solid yet, I think. But just basically either reviewing new games or writing about my favorite games. I did Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is one of my all-time favorite games, along with, or all-time favorite franchises. So yeah, that's kind of my gaming history. There were a lot of I would when the PlayStation 1 came out, we would go rent games, and then we would rip them onto a CD or whatever. And I would have them, and I had a whole huge CD case full of 500 to 1,000 games, and we would just play all of them. And I remember my next door neighbor, his name was Chris, and he's still one of my best friends. But we grew up together playing video games. He's one of my biggest video game buddies. And he's also one of the only guys who I can't remember ever having any kind of romantic relationship to. His and my parents both thought that we were going to get married or something someday because we were so close, but just totally different people. And he's a great guy. He likes weird girls. weirdo redheads and stuff. But anyway, we would play Monster Rancher together, and okay, Monster Rancher is a game where you ranch monsters, of course. You grow them up, you have them grow up, and then you fight with them in arenas. And it was like so much fun to me, and it was like kind of like a Japanese RPG type thing. I don't know if it is. Yeah, it's Japanese because it has an anime that's also Japanese. But yeah, so you grow these monsters, and if you're mean to them, they would run away. And there's a bunch of different combinations of monsters that you can make, and you would make them by going to the shrine and putting in different CDs to see what CDs like would spawn which monsters. It's so cool. You could put in any CD into your PS1, and it would read the CD, and based on some code that it had, it would give you a monster. And like there were guides online to show you which monsters were which CD, and there was pretty much for every CD like we've ever put in. Music CD, anything, other games, computer games. It was weird, right? And awesome. It's like a huge library of shit. And then you could combine monsters too, and that was just like hours of fucking fun, you know, like, oh, one of my fondest memories. And then playing like Worms Armageddon, which I totally need to play on stream. Who thinks I should play fucking Worms Armageddon on stream? Come on. So much fun. Oh, it's so hot. Die. What should I talk about now? E3 was a lot of fun. It was really overwhelming. My roommate was, I brought him as my photographer because, you know, he's really into gaming too. And so he took my dad's like professional camera because my dad thinks he's a photographer of like plants and animals and things. But we borrowed that, and I guess somehow it like it wasn't the lens, it was the flash on top that broke. And so we had to run down to the store and we bought like a $400 like upgraded flash, and after that we had to like play with it. It was a lot of work. I mean, I could have hired a professional photographer. I know a ton that do events and stuff, but I kind of just wanted to have a friend there, someone who would like deal with me being all stressed out during events, because I get incredibly stressed out during events. Oh, itchy. My hair's tickling me. So there's this for an enchantress. Oh. Alright, so there's this event I go to. Usually, I'm not going this year, I don't think, but it's called GlamourCon, and it's pretty much just a it's mostly Playboy models and glamour models and other like notable like sex symbol type celebrities that come. I know Hef is always there every year. And it's in LA, and I have my own booth, and what I do is I pay a little bit for a table, and then I set up the booth the way I want, and I like go extravagant, you know, like I have I go way more all out than anyone else, and like I have girls coming to me being like, oh god, being like, you know, how do you do it, and stuff, like you're the queen of, you know, GlamourCon, and I get so stressed out before that, you don't even know. To get out of it. Oh, dead bodies! Oh! So yeah, I already get so stressed out during these times because I have to ship all of my stuff to LA, and then I have to travel to LA, and then I have to get them to give me my stuff, and they're always like incredibly like late with giving me things. Is that like one shot in hardcore? I can't tell. But anyway, I've never gotten this far in here because I always just like kill him before the stuff even comes out. No dead bodies. Awesome! I think that's the end of the act. Oh, he's being a drama queen while he dies. So yeah, and I remember there was this one GlamourCon where I had this gigantic like 6 foot by 5 foot banner that I was laying out on the floor because it's vinyl and when it's rolled up, it kind of keeps its shape or whatever. I still take a break and answer questions and stuff. So get ready, gear up your questions. Woo! So and I laid this banner out on our floor of our hotel room, and I asked my roommate not to sit in the chair at the desk, and he was like playing StarCraft or something. I was like, don't sit there because you're gonna roll over the banner, and we got in like this huge fight because I was like, don't fucking sit there, and like he sat there and was on top of the banner, like, and he's like, oh well, I told you not to, like, blah, and I was like, drama. So yeah, I kind of get a little stressed out when I do events, especially when I have a lot of responsibilities there, and as the only person covering the place, like I had to do an interview with one of the writers of Assassin's Creed, which was like one of the most... Who said something? Okay. Checking my Skype. Which was one of the scariest things I've ever done is trying to formulate this interview. And I knew so much about Assassin's Creed, but it was still very, very scary for me. Like, I was scared I would bomb it, I was scared I would screw it up, and I didn't do too much. I didn't do too bad, actually. I did kind of good. So that was cool. Let me sell while I talk to you. I'll keep that and sell it. Wait, yeah, might as well. So that was really exciting that I got to go there behind the scenes, and I got to see like sneak peeks, things that people haven't seen about Assassin's Creed 4, which is like so exciting. I'm so excited. Assassin's Creeds come out every year on my birthday pretty much, so that's what makes me very, very happy. So it's like a birthday present. It's like, there you go, here's the next installment of Assassin's Creed for you. Which is of course super exciting for me. And it makes me very happy. Okay, so, any questions? Anything like that? GlamourCon is actually on my birthday, which is why I'm not going this year, because I don't want to spend my birthday that way again. It's November 8th through the 11th, I think, in Long Beach. I'm not sponsored by any gaming companies, but I am sponsored by NOS energy drinks. I guess I'll do this. Hold on. Don't freeze on me. Stop freezing on me. XSplit is such a shitty program. Okay. Now people say this is a lot of times where you die in Act 1. This first little boss here. So that's scary. Is this guy gonna come or what? Come on, Demon Hunter. Come on, Demon Hunter. Come on, Demon Hunter. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Where are we going? Oh, cool. Why is he not coming? Oh well. I'm pretty sure we can do this. I'll just let her do the stuff. That's wonderful. Oh, why do I keep doing that? I mean to exit, whatever. No. Alright, let's go. My nose itches. Gaze at my penis, he says. Oh, I just started my boss killer. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back and leave this game and just start over from Act 1 with a new group, so I don't like lag these guys out too much. Because they're like waiting for me and they're doing like 2-man job, 3-man. I know I have 2 friends online. Why is it telling me I have no friends online? That's so weird. So I know Jekko is playing right next to me, so let's see. Where's Jekko? There he is. Offline for 1 hour. How's that possible? He's online right now. Alright. So, I will take a few questions, do a little talking with you guys, face to face. So what's up? I did play on softcore mode in Diablo a lot. I have a level 60 monk and level 30 characters all over the place. My lips feel dry. Put on a lip gloss. No StarCraft 2 tonight, but next time I stream, definitely StarCraft 2. If you're wondering about who is typing in the background, that is not for you to know unless you read the fact. On my channel there's a fact. Read it before you ask questions. Please! I don't smoke or do drugs, and I very rarely drink. Only in like the company of people I really trust. Let's put on my glasses. Let's see. I am 22. Superman or Batman? Definitely Superman. My roommate like really loves Batman, but I feel like Batman is one of my lesser favorite superheroes. Obviously, Captain America is my favorite because he's actually my boyfriend. We're dating. I know I didn't tell you all about Captain America's story, and how we met and stuff, but that's because he didn't want me to tell you. He said, keep me a secret, and I'm like, oh, okay. Let's see, what else? Favorite color is hot pink. Just like my room and everything. So yeah, what else? Batman is cool, obviously, and I really love the gadgets and all that, and the comic books are great, and the, series on, Cartoon Network is great and all that, but, Smallville is kind of silly. That's not the Superman I love, but Superman isn't my favorite. I said, Captain America is my favorite. See, now my friends come online, if you see this. Hopefully I can switch quickly. Yeah. So now I have friends coming online who are probably online for the last, 12 hours. Let's see. I've never dated, a fat guy. I like big, strong guys. I have dated a couple skinny guys, though, of course, when I was younger. But they've always been, bigger than me. StarCraft 2 for the win, of course. I agree. I love StarCraft 2 more than Diablo, but Diablo is very nice and comfortable. Yes, this is my hardcore character, my very first hardcore character, and she hasn't died yet. I'm so proud of myself, you don't even know. Would I date an Asian dude? Yes, that's my second favorite type of guy. Really buff white guys with either light or dark eyes and dark hair. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. It's awesome and it helps me out and I have so much fun. Probably would not date a midget because he's not bigger than me, and one of my main prerequisites for a guy is for him to make me feel small and safe. And be able to kind of like throw me around and stuff. Orcs must die. I played this game about dolphins. I think it was called Echo the Dolphin. And it was on Sega, and then it was also on one of the newer consoles. So much fun. You like go through these like echolocation like little bubbles, and oh, it's so cute. I'm 5'4", which I think is 163 or 64 centimeters. I don't know. I received a friend request. Let's see, what else? Any other questions before I go back? My first console. My first console was, if you don't count the Atari computer, was, you know, the Super Nintendo. I don't really have like a favorite position. Depends on the guy, and it depends on, you know, everything. A lot of stuff, a lot of variables there. Yeah, definitely follow me on here. Just go to my channel, and somewhere on the top of the video player, I think to the left, should be a button that says follow. Please follow me. The more followers I have, the closer I get to the 12-hour Uber stream and the 24-hour Uber stream, which is going to be so much fun. And I'll start doing maybe like charity events, giveaways, and stuff like that once I get partnered, and playing with friends. Yay! Someone's like, can you pronounce my name just to show that you love your fans, including me? Please, it would make my entire day. What, Connie Snack? Connie Snask? I don't play League of Legends. I probably won't ever. Resident Evil. Okay, Resident Evil 2 was the one I first started out with on the PlayStation, and I was terrified of that game. Like, I could not play that game. I gave that game to my, or I gave the controller to my next door neighbor, and I'm like, you play it, and like, he sucked at it. And so we would just go through that first part where you go and it's like the burning diner type place, in Raccoon City, I think it was. Yeah, Raccoon City. And what was I gonna say? I was reading the chat. Anyway, yeah, and so that was really exciting to like go there, and then everything's burning and there's zombies, and like, ah, and like I wasn't really good at that game, and like the controls are kind of weird. I don't know, like I don't really. The controls in that, and the controls in, there was another game that was really weird controls. What was it? What's that one game? Darksiders is kind of weird. But yeah. Don't really play Call of Duty. I've thought about playing games like that more. Especially because, you know, you can play it on the computer and stuff, so I can stream it easier than getting like a capture card and stuff like that. I do want to play some scary games. I bought Amnesia to play for you guys at some point when I get my viewership back up. Battlefield, I hear, is like the best of those types of games. I feel like anyone who asks, do you spit or swallow in this day and age is kind of like young. Must be, and they're like just trying to be funny or something, because really you don't know the answer to that, like what all girls in our generation do, really. If they don't, like what kind of person? I haven't played DayZ, but I know the pro gamer Todd was telling me how amazing it is. He said it's, and I quote, captivating. I don't smoke weed, I don't do drugs. They are gunner shades. I drink very rarely. I do play an instrument. Well, I used to. I was in band in middle school and high school, and I played the flute. I would play the Gangnam Style song for you guys. I can never pronounce that correctly. It's like Gangnam, whatever. I have one Korean friend. His name is Red. Definitely play the Devil May Cry series. Really excited for the new one. I got to see behind the scenes stuff for that too. It was so cool at E3. They had there's no weirdness going on, right? Okay. It was so awesome at E3. They had this like mock strip club with a pole in the middle and strippers, and then all around it was like consoles where you can play the new Devil May Cry. The what's it called? The new Devil May Cry demo. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Wow, someone named themselves Psych. That's the wrong number. Like, plus 10 points. I want to, like, mod you. If I knew who you were, I would totally mod you for that. So funny. Those videos are so good. Yeah, I don't really like the new Dante, but when I saw, when I played the demo, I was, like, blown away, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll give this Dante a try. This Dante looks emo. Don't you think? I really like the old Dante. So much better. My interior decorator is myself. This room is like behind me is my my vanity with the vanity lights, kind of like you would see in a studio, like a modeling studio or anything like that. And it has all my makeup on the desk, and then I have a director's chair right there that's hot pink and sparkly, and it says my name on it, so that's cool. And then I also have, like, that's all my stuff. And then over here, this desk goes like all the way along the wall. And my roommate has his set up over there, and I have mine right here. And we got like a printer and like some filing cabinets here. And then the rest of the house is, except for the bedrooms, kind of like, the bedrooms are kind of weird, but it's kind of like a red and black, kind of like bachelor pad, but like a clean bachelor pad type thing. So yeah. So let's get back into the game. What are we doing? So if you have any questions, please first check out the facts, scroll down, and you'll know what league I am. My first job was model. That's where I started. I've never had like a normal job. Alright, go Diablo, woo! Need something to talk about. I love that my weapon like drips blood now. It's so cool. Drippy blood weapon. I'm gonna enter my own game. I don't want to be alone. Alright. I'm gonna go home and get my follower. And I'm assuming this game starts out open to the public, yeah. So first I have to sell things, just these two. Why is it so quiet? Weird. Alright. I don't want to do this first part alone. I don't know, I can't really join anything. I'm scared. I don't know if I should do this one alone. Let me check something real quick. retweeting some people real quick. Okay. I'm too scared. I think I'm gonna start a game back at Siegebreaker. 'Cause I'm a pussy. Man. I don't know why I'm so like scared. Okay, open game to the public. Let us seek honor together, he says. I love the scoundrels like banter. These guys still hurt me, and that scares me, especially for that first boss in Act 1. I guess next time I get a group, I won't leave it. I'll just kind of like go to town. Go to town. Ah! So I'm sure if I talk a little less now, the silence will probably be welcome to you guys. I posted my first casting attempt on Team Liquid. If you guys didn't know, I casted a game between MVP Keen, Michio Maka's MVP Keen, and Stefano. And that was fun. It's a pretty easy game to cast, but I feel like I didn't do a very good job, especially with being enthusiastic, because I was kind of focusing on just trying to exceed my level of gameplay in the analysis, which I wasn't too good at doing either, so. And pretty much what Keen did was he just like, he wasn't really picking up. He kind of just, he even got Blue Flame Hellions late, but he was just relying on like a small amount of bio units and then like one tank and a bunch of Hellions that he was just like streaming into Stefano's bases and not really doing any damage, and that definitely set him back because he wasn't expanding and he did not have the economic lead because Stefano was 2 bases up by the end. And you know what happens when a Zerg gets at least 1 base up, you know, it's not a good thing. So Stefano had the lead the whole time, and it was obvious that Stefano was going to win. He transitioned to Broodlords, teched up, had Corruptors as well, and I know Keen lost a lot of his Vikings to following the Broodlords, and then Corruptors came out, and the Vikings were all the way across the map and got completely demolished once the Corruptors came out. So it was interesting to see how powerful a Zerg army can be if you don't harass the Zerg player, and if you do allow him to get the economic advantage to where he's got like fully functioning bases and you're not denying any of them, and he can just be streaming reinforcements. And Keen wasn't scouting very well. I mean, he got a tower in order to see if like in order to protect against Stefano getting like burrow infestors when he didn't even go infester at all. I'm trying to kind of talk about the game to try to see if I can fluidly talk about StarCraft. shit, I made it. I was tabbing out and I saw those elites coming. I'm like, holy shit. Alright, back to what I was doing. Sorry, guys. No! No! Where is my Templar? Oh, there he is. I'm always like, where is everybody? And they're like, not there. Stop it. Alright, teleport to exactly what I want to kill. What the hell? What's this? This is too late. Have I ever been in this cave? Is this the ice cave thing? Yeah, icefall caves. I feel like I'm doing something wrong with my setup, stream setup. Let me know if there's any weird problems, especially mods. Contact me on Skype if you have to. I'm very happy that I'm not blue screen of deathing anymore. I actually forgot about that, which is nice. But kind of also not nice because I haven't been as careful about it. I hate these guys. God, I keep selling the rings that I found. I really need to remember. 2 rings and an amulet is what my dude can take for when I have to play alone. Is this it? What? Oh. Look at the map more! Terry, you're so retarded. You won't. Oh my god, this is so scary. And they have chains too. Bam, 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 bam. Die. Look how efficiently I killed them with no help from my fucking Templar who's just swinging his sword. Never. His weapon speed has gotta be like 1 strike per minute. Does this freeze you if you stay next to it? Oh, it has bees! Who has living bees in their stomach? That's like so bad. Oh, what the Yay, someone joined my game. That makes me so happy. I need to focus fire one of these. It's one thing you learn from playing World of Warcraft and StarCraft is that sometimes you need to focus fire things. I might have someone to play with. Yay! I won't be as annoying. The other guy was like, oh, I don't care. Ah! What? Oh my god, leave the game. What? Oh. What? Having mental issues. Let me explain this to him. Oh my god. It's him who's retarded. Oh my god, I'm going to Skype call him in like 2 seconds if he doesn't fucking... Do you guys not get what I'm saying? Like, I open the menu, and I see right here, and it's like, I can't invite because he's on D&D. Oh my god! There we go. It's like, Jesus Christ, chill for fuck's sake. I will be right back, you guys. 2 seconds. I have to pee. Yay!